flip the script and change the game plan. I'm about to boss it up and be my own man. Credit Karma say my score around in the six. I heard that paying mortgage way less than paying rent. Equity, tax breaks, make no mistakes. Money piling out, watch my co-workers hate. Anyway, rate increase, no way. Just got a raise on my job, more pay. I'm on Realtor.com, Zillow every day. I think about it all the time on my lunch break. When I want it, best believe I'ma get it. I'ma get me a house, it might take a minute. My boy Los gotta be a loan, he a vet. I might holler at him, asking what the next step. I'ma get that, I'ma get that, I'ma get that, I'ma get it.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Ed Averett with the Averhome Group Fathom Realty. We have our guest, Renee Littlejohn with Ameris Bank with us today. Renee, how you doing?
I'm doing good out there. Hope everyone else is.
Yes. It looks like it's turtleneck season. I didn't know you was going to have a turtleneck.
Oh, gotta pop your collar.
We're going to bring turtlenecks back, right?
Oh, wait. They're coming way back.
All right. So we're going to talk about down payment assistance versus bringing your own funds to the closing table. I always hear people talking about, what their cousin or their sister or mama did. They got money. They got a house with no money down. They didn't have to bring money to the closing table and all of that. So we're just going to talk like family. We're just going to talk real and set real expectations in this market. So I just wanted to talk to you. You work with a lot of different down payment assistance programs, right?
That's correct. I do.
Okay. So what are some of the qualifications that are needed for some of the down payment assistance programs that you work with?
Okay, so there are different types. There are state-driven down payment assistance programs. There are local programs like specified to the city or county, and they all have similar requirements, right? They want to make sure they're putting their buyers in the best place financially all around. So there's debt to income requirement, meaning that they're looking for you to bring about certain amount of money versus how much you're paying out, right? And so then there are credit score requirements on some programs. There are income household requirements. So not just by the person who's applying, there's a household requirement. So they want to know that. They want to know how many people are in the home and who's moving in. So
all right. So
what a lender and finding it out is most important.
Absolutely. So what are some of the disadvantages, in your opinion, of getting down payment assistance for a client?
You know what? The only disadvantage or challenge I see is right now it's a very competitive market out there, right?
Yeah.
And right now, and it's not something I always agree with, but on the purchase agreement or the offer, it disclosed down payment assistance, right? Knowing that down payment assistance can take time because it's a lengthy amount of information that you're gathering, right? So it can take 45 days up to 60 days in some cases. And so when you're in competition with someone who can close in 30 days, 20 or 30 days, someone who's bringing their own funds, they don't have to go through several different review processes, it can be challenging.
Absolutely. And I'm seeing out there in the market, especially in North Carolina, higher due diligence money. So, that due diligence money, they don't get that back. So I'm seeing $15,000. I even heard of an agent, they had a client that paid $100,000 in due diligence money just to win the bid. So you're exactly right. And when you're in contract with down payment assistance, and it may take 45 to 60 days, then you have to renegotiate with the listing agent just to make sure that they don't cancel the deal and put it back on the market. So those are some of the challenges. So what do you think are some of the advantages of a person getting down payment assistance?
I mean, I really see it a huge advantage for our new professionals, right? Our millenniums that are entering into their new professions, right? They're starting their dream job. And so they have maybe put some money aside. This way, they're able to keep that money for rainy day, for overall expenses and save it and use the funds from the down payment assistance instead to purchase their home. So it's a way for you to be able to move into your house and have your rainy day funds, or the things that you need to do to as far as furniture or whatever to purchase for your new home.
Gotcha. And Jackie out there said hey to you. And hey, what's going on, Jackie? So I mean, people are still also doing it the old-fashioned way, right? They're just saving up their down payment and their closing costs. Usually, how much is required for someone to purchase a house? How much money do they usually have to put down if they're using their own money?
If you're using your own money, anywhere from 10 to 13,000 at minimum, okay? And even so, even with down payment assistance, there's no such thing as you don't have any skin in the game, like you don't have any money in it. You still got your due diligence that you spoke of to be competitive. You still have your earnest money. You still have all your inspections. You have your appraisal. So anywhere from $3,500 to $5,000, you're still needing to save, even with down payment assistance. Right. So it's really important to know that that's a part of it. That it's not just credit, but it's also being aware of saving and putting back and having a plan.
Absolutely. So there's different ways that you can put money down. You can get it in some cases in the form of a gift. You can use your 401k money. So what are some of the different ways that they can use to put money down?
Well, Ed, you just said it. Definitely your gift funds, right? Your relatives, your friends can give funds. So with FHA, it has to be a relative. It has to be a cousin, mother, somebody you can, right? But with conventional and the other programs, you actually can have a close friend to give you funds. You have your 401k, which doesn't penalize you for down payment for making a down payment or for purchasing a home, right? Or so you have that. There are other ways. It's actually consultation after talking with your agent, and instead of yourself to take these steps to save your home. In Greensboro, we have a day program, Greensboro and High Point, North Carolina, with a housing consultants group. There is the individual account program that they actually help you set up, save, look at your credit report, get you prior ready, and actually match the funds in your savings account. And that's with our housing insurance group. So it's important when Ed or your agent connects you with the lender, that lender down payment assistance programs, what alliances that actual lender can help to assist you in getting down payment.
Absolutely. Now, with some of the down payment assistance programs, that's money that you have to pay back if you were to sell before a certain time. Am I correct in saying that?
Right. With down payment assistance programs that you get into, what you want to do is find out the particulars for it, right? Most down payment assistance programs are forgivable. You have your local programs that are forgivable in 5 years. And then you have your state programs that are 15 years and forgivable. And so what does that mean? That means during that time frame, there's no interest rate and there's no monthly payment. Okay, but it does give you a soft gain on the property. So when you go to refinance or you go to it's important to understand how that affects, because you can go and sell your property and it's only been 5 years or 15 years, and you may owe a prorated amount of that down payment assistance that's offered. So it's always important to know that, too, especially if you're doing more than one plan.
Gotcha. Well, I didn't want to take up too much of everyone's time. Tim Smith, what's going on, Tim? He just said hey to us. I just wanted to touch on this because I think there's a lot of misunderstanding about down payment assistance versus bringing your own money to the closing table. I think it just really just depends on your individual situation.
It does.
I wouldn't say one way is necessarily better than the other. It just depends on your situation. So I just wanted to bring you here to kind of clear the air, and we just want to educate and inspire and motivate people.
Right.
Home ownership is still what you need to be doing instead of renting property.
Yeah, it's always important to get connected with Ed, get connected with your lender, finding out what they participate in, and actually getting a quick understanding of where you are right now, right? And to what Ed said, each situation is different. And so this is supposed to be a time that we sit down and we go over all scenarios and find out exactly where you are, where you want to be, and how we can get you there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you for being on the show. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Again, this was a shorter show because I just kind of wanted to get to the basics, just down payment assistance versus your own funds. You know, if you can get down payment assistance, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. So it just depends on everyone's situation.
Yeah, it's opportunities. I mean, and right there to get anywhere, in some cases, $15,000 to $30,000 out there for down payment assistance. And when we say down payment assistance, it also helps you with the closing costs, the expense part of doing a mortgage.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you for being on the show. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Until next week, see you then.
And bring a turtleneck.
Bring a turtleneck. It's turtleneck season, y'all.
The rent man done went up on the rent man. He ain't about to get another red cent, man. I'm about to flip the script and change the game plan. I'm about to boss it up and be my own man. Credit Karma say my score around in the 6. I heard that paying mortgage way less than paying rent.